Ireland have just released their squad for the Nations Championship, and this is a very strong, a very exciting team for Ireland. I can't wait to watch this Ireland team play again. They've got a few good games coming up. I think they've got the Wallabies, Japan and New Zealand, so that's going to be some really fun games to watch, and some testing games as well. I definitely think that Japan game will be a game where this Ireland squad can rotate players, because that Wallabies game is going to be tough, and we all know that All Blacks game, there's a lot of history there. That's going to be an absolutely awesome one. But if you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. There's been a lot of Irish fans on the channel, and I appreciate all the support and all the comments. And of course, I'll still be doing the player ratings, the match previews, the predictions for the lineups as well. I'm going to be covering Ireland in depth as well. I'm going to be covering every single nation in the Nations Championship in depth. It's going to be busy, but it's going to be very fun. So if you do enjoy that type of content, hit the subscribe button and stick around. It's going to be absolutely awesome. So Andy Farrell has selected his team to go to the Southern Hemisphere for the Nations Championship, and it's a very strong one. So let's get right into it, starting with the forwards. He's gone for also, if there is a star next to the name, I will put the team selection up here. It means they are uncapped, they haven't made their debut yet, so I'll go over those guys after I've listed the whole team. So starting with the forwards, we have Tide Byrne, Billy Bowen, Thomas Clarkson, Jack Conan, Caelan Doris as captain, Tide Furlong, Sam Illo, Cormac Izuchuku, Sean Janssen, very good to see him there, Ronan Kelleher, Jeremy Loughman, Joe McCarthy, Darren Murray, Tom O'Toole, Cian Prendergast, James Ryan, Dan Sheehan, Tom Stewart, Nick Timoney and Josh van der Vlier. I mean, that is an extremely strong forward pack right there. I'm just thinking already of the kind of options they can do, and I think the team predictions, the kind of predicted lineup videos are going to be very fun, especially for that Japan game, because there's a lot of things they can do here. There's a lot of versatile players like a Tide Byrne, like a Cormac Izuchuku as well. I think like a Darren Murray as well. I'd like to see Darren Murray maybe get a shot on the loose forwards as well one game in the future, or maybe coming off the bench. But there's some really good players in this forward pack, and some of the guys that aren't capped yet, that haven't made their debut yet, that are uncapped players: Billy Bowen, Sam Illo and Sean Janssen. It's crazy for me that Sean Janssen hasn't made his debut yet, because he's been a phenomenal player in the URC, so I'm really excited to see him there. And I think Billy Bowen's also been very good this year as well. Of course, Sam Illo deserves to be there as well, and I think those guys will get opportunities, especially against Japan in that Japan game. Looking at the backline, they have gone for Bundi Aki, Robert Balakoon, so happy to see him back in the squad, Harry Byrne. Whoever takes the 10 is going to be very interesting, but I will be doing a Nations Championship preview for Ireland starting next week, so I will be kind of listing who I think will be the number one choices in some of those key positions as well, so kind of stay tuned for that one as well. Harry Byrne is in the squad, Craig Casey, Nathan Doak, Kieran Frawley, good to see him there. Hopefully he can get some game time. I think Leinster's done him absolutely dirty since he's kind of decided to go to Connacht. Jameson Gibson Park, Robbie Henshaw, Hugo Keenan, Stuart McCloskey, Jimmy O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, Jamie Osborne, Sam Prendergast, Gary Ringrose and Jacob Stockdale. That is a very fun and a very exciting backline, and there's so many different options you can do as well in that backline. You got Stuart McCloskey, Jamie Osborne you can put in the centres as well, Kieran Frawley you can play him all over as well. Gary Ringrose has been awesome next to Stuart McCloskey in the centres. You can put Bundi Aki on the bench coming off as an impact player, and if you really want to have some fun, you can put Stuart McCloskey and Bundi Aki on the field together. So there's a lot of good things they can do here. I mean, Craig Casey, Nathan Doak and Jameson Gibson Park, it's going to be interesting to see how they do manage those three. Of course, Jameson Gibson Park will be the number 9, probably for the Wallabies and the All Blacks game, but Nathan Doak and Craig Casey is a bit of a different one, a bit of a difficult kind of selection to make, because a lot of people are rating Nathan Doak very highly, but Craig Casey's had a good season. But I think Ireland fans by now know a lot about Craig Casey. They know what he can bring at that level. They're not too sure of what a guy like Nathan Doak can bring at currently at that level. So maybe he will get a lot more opportunities to show what he is made of. And I'm pretty sure we will see a game as well where it's just Nathan Doak and Craig Casey. Probably the Japan game as well. But I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities throughout the year for Ireland to test some combinations, build some depth as well, and get a lot more experience. I think the one thing that really did impress me about the Six Nations with Ireland is they started the Six Nations very badly against France. I mean, that first half was horrible, and I think they pretty much got saved by their bench in the second half. I still clearly remember Nick Timoney being absolutely awesome in that game, but Nick Timoney wasn't really one of the main guys then. Throughout the Six Nations, he became one of the main guys, and him and Jack Conan were fighting for positions. I thought it was really good to see how the internal competition, how good it is, how it started to show throughout the games as well, that players were playing and fighting for their positions in the team. It was really good to see, because at the start of the Six Nations, everybody, including me, thought, oh, same old Ireland team we've been seeing for the past 5 or 6 years now. To be fair, there's a point where I started to feel like that for the Springboks as well. So it's always good to see those newer players come in. And then throughout the Six Nations, there were a few injuries, unfortunate injuries for some players, but a good opportunity for the Ireland squad, for the Ireland fans, and for those Ireland players to just get more experience and for them to kind of figure out who are the newer players coming through. I mean, like a Cormac Uzuchukwu as well, Edwin Adogbo, those types of guys that are really... Is Edwin Adogbo even here? Edwin Adogbo is not even in the team. I didn't even realize that. So Edwin Adogbo missing out. That's a big one. I don't know if that's an injury, but I think I did see a big list of injured players as well, which I will go into depth on as well in the preview coming up. So that's a bit of a big miss there for Ireland as well. But that being said, there's still other players like a Sean Janssen that needs to get some game time as well. I'd love to see Kian Prendergast get more game time. Nick Timoney, Tom O'Toole's been excellent on both sides of the scrum as well. So there's a lot of things, a lot of options you can do with this Ireland team. And me personally, as an absolute neutral to Ireland, I'm really excited to see just how this team gets on and just how they kind of do throughout the next few games. And I'm pretty confident that this Ireland team will be targeting 3 from 3 wins, and they'll be very disappointed if they don't get that. So for me, that Wallabies game is going to be a very fun one. And of course that All Blacks one as well. But keep an eye on that Japan game, because Japan is never an easy game. But I think it's going to be a very fun game for Ireland fans that don't want to see the same team over and over, because there's going to be a lot of newer faces for that game as well. So a lot of fun players here, a lot of good players, some incredible players as well. I mean, Stuart McCloskey was my player of the Six Nations, and if he can carry on with the form he was on from the Six Nations, probably will be one of the nominees for World Player of the Year. And I think Jameson Gibson Park deserves to be there too. So some really good players there. Yes, a lot of the same players, but it is a year out from the World Cup. You're not going to change everything up right now. It would be silly if they were to change everything up, but it's good that they are adding younger players as well, because after the 2027 World Cup, before 2031, I think it's going to be a big change in Irish rugby with the kind of main faces you see there every single time. So a very good squad selected. Let me know what you think of the squad selected down below in the comments. Let me know what combinations you'd like to see. Who do you think is your starting loose trio? Who's your starting front row? Who's your starting 9-10 combination? And who's your starting back 3 and center combination? So let me know all of that down below in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.